Oh, good morning, everybody. And my apologies, it's like 4 a.m., but this is when I do this sort of work. Try to sneak it in before the kids wake up and office hours and family time and all that. Let's see. The last video I made with regards to the Russian breakthrough in the Dobropilia area got like 890 views and attracted the attention of a whole bunch of Russian bots. Uh, they made some comments and I hid them as fast as they made them. I don't think they're visible to you, but I just thought that was hilarious enough that I wanted to make another video. So here's our update. Um, the breakthrough has been blunted. The stuff we sent in the area did what it was supposed to do. I saw reports of Russians being encircled and pushed back. Things aren't exactly the way they were before. There's been some movement, but largely that breakthrough got the attention it deserved, and the response was effective. So this is good. Even better, I've heard back from everybody that we've been helping out, and they are all reporting in okay. No vehicle losses that we have sent in. Everything is doing its job, so this is great. Speaking of vehicles, we still have our ambulance fundraiser open on DonorBox. I just checked this morning. We're very close to $1,800 on that one. I know if you go to DonorBox, it says 0 out of 5,000 raised. This is just one of the nuances of using this site for a continuous effort the way we are. I think it's more designed for a start-stop sort of effort, which we may go back to. But right now we're kind of locked into this continuous effort until this fundraiser is over. Or the other option is changing it to reflect our continuous effort, in which case it would show the total amount of what was raised. I have concerns doing it either way. If I keep this balance resetting every month, then we go back to 0 every month. And it looks like we're not doing what we're doing. Obviously, that's not ideal. If I show the accumulation of our efforts, to keep the Express running, then it shows that we've met our goals. And then I'm afraid nobody donates, and that's not good. So, still working out the bugs of this new platform. GoFundMe does not allow for any sort of military funding, which is why we moved away from that. Not to mention, the site's got a bit glitchy with our fundraisers toward the end. So there's, if we're going to fundraise for ambulances, this is how we got to do it. Okay. Just coming off our back to school run, I did get a chance to finish the videos for that one. I've got the montage done up. I've got the Just the Kids done up. The same, like I said, 2 people who watch all my videos, I can see have watched that one as well. I think they both have like 12 views, and I think 9 of those views are just me making sure I didn't screw something up. I'll find a way to link them. I don't know what I can do on YouTube. I'll find a way to link them either like here or in the video description, or both. What have we been doing lately? Wednesday was a bank holiday for us here. We spent the day as a family making trench candles, which I still think is it's kind of fun. We spent the day making those. I think we're well over 100 now that we have in our supply. I've been talking with Gary in the area about when we should deliver them, and he says now is the time. We prepare in the fall for August or for the winter. So those will be going with us on the next trip. We are getting we're getting some on-the-job training when it comes to those. We've made some improvements ourselves with the multiple wicks that we put in to help them light off faster. But I posted pictures of what we were doing to a group chat, and the response wasn't exactly positive. So a trench candle should be wider than it is tall. Some of our cans are taller than they are wide. That is what it is. There's no unmaking those. And what was the other one? Oh, some of the cardboard was wrapped too tight in there, which I thought was a good thing since the cardboard is essentially a wick. to pull up the paraffin, but apparently you want some more breathing space in there, which I can understand makes sense. We're just going to have to burn a couple and see what happens and then go from there. Not all advice is good advice, right? So there's that. Oh, how have I been spending my morning? I've been cutting stickers. I know this is the sort of fun and exciting stuff, but it wouldn't be needed if these things weren't being handed out. I'm, again, super surprised. This is just, a small us effort, and people like these. They've been handed out. We have some more meats coming up. I want to make sure I have these handy, so I ordered about 200. They came uncut, so I've been going at them with a pair of scissors. Fun and exciting stuff there, I know. And last but not least, there is the truck. So I noticed on this last run there was a bit of an oil leak that was manifesting itself like a spray. Not like a spray coming out of an engine, but more the engine was dripping oil on something that was spinning. And then you get some evidence on the battery. Perhaps the biggest telltale sign was a drip on top of the radiator cap. Obviously, there's no oil above a radiator cap, so it has to be slung in that direction and then have enough quantity that it drips onto something like that. That's got me scratching my head. Normally, that would be the crank pulley there where it meets the oil pump. I've changed the seals there on this engine earlier in the war. Wow, it was years ago. I can't believe we're on season 4 of this already. Yeah, so I changed the seals on that one over 100,000 kilometers ago, thinking back. And that blows my mind that we've traveled that far in this amount of time. So it could be that is needing replaced again. Could be it's leaking somewhere else. Honestly, the leak rate hasn't increased from what it normally is. I usually put a liter in every 3 tanks of fuel, 4 tanks of fuel. So a liter every, what is that? Just under 1,000 kilometers. I'm okay with that. If it continues leaking at this rate, I'm probably not going to do a thing about it. If the leak gets worse, I'll probably keep a gasket kit on hand so I can replace those seals. I think more importantly is finishing the rebuild on my spare transmission. I have been putting this off because I just do not want to be in another transmission again. It's not a fun puzzle to put together. But I have been operating without third gear since that December run when the transmission locked itself in fourth and we had to turn around, do the rebuild on the fly. I mismatched the synchro on third gear, causing it not to operate at all. There's no parts floating around my transmission. There's no missing teeth doing anything. It's just a matter of getting it up to 4,000 RPMs in second so I can skip third and go straight to fourth. Probably not helping me get down the highway at all, but not the worst thing in the world. And then also on there are the front axles that I just replaced. I'm getting some vibration. Not as bad as the one I got when we were delivering Raven to Yaroslav in the 25th Airborne. When that CV went out, man, that thing went. But I'm thinking that I got a bad unit from supply. I ordered off of Rock Auto, which is a US-based company. It cost a lot to ship these things out here. It was the only place I could really find them that would ship quick enough. I could not find axles locally, and I think the driver's side came to me bad. And I've got the rebuild kit for my original axles, and I'm really thinking about just rebuilding those and putting those back in and keeping these new units as spares for future use if needed. So that's where we are. Yeah, that's where we are. Hope y'all are doing well out there. I appreciate everybody doing what you're doing to help keep this operation running. I really can't believe that we're doing what we're doing. The idea that we've gone from, delivering basic stuff to refugee shelters to delivering ambulances to a proper military unit, delivering vehicles at all. When I watch people pick up for Ukraine, do what they're doing, when I saw people in ambulances at the border in the beginning of the war, I thought they were absolute heroes and wished I could do that one day. And here we are doing it. So thank you for making this possible. Cheers, guys.